So take it step by step, listen to that explanation again, and do additional research. Have a good read through your textbook as well. So roles of the lower houses. So we said we need to know these roles. They're accessible. So remembering again that at Commonwealth level, this was the House of Representatives, and at Victoria, this is referred to as the Legislative Assembly. So these are all the roles of the lower houses. So form government. How does this happen? Because you actually need to explain when you're giving any roles as part of your response. So we said the party that has been elected the most and holds the most seats in the lower house becomes the government party. And they have automatically, then obviously, if they have the majority of seats, they have more than 50% of that party's members in the entirety of the lower house, so they can just easily pass bills because they will vote along their party lines and they will all approve bills that they are in favor of. Okay. uh, and they will also initiate debate and vote on bills. So with this role, this overlaps between the lower and upper house. This role is the same in both houses. Both the upper and the lower houses can be the first to initiate the bill. Okay? And it's the same kind of thing, even if a bill is initiated, in the Senate, in the upper house, it needs to be approved by both houses in order to actually become law. However, the whole idea is, we said the lower house is basically the party that is the house that represents the people's interest and has the government party present. So that means most bills are actually initiated in the lower house. Still, sometimes bills are first initiated in the Senate. Okay. They also control government spending. So any money bills, any bills related to increasing or changing funding for any sector in Australia, or if it's state level within Victoria. This is important because this is a key differentiating role. The Senate actually cannot initiate money bills. This is exclusively a role of the lower house. And it makes sense because the lower house forms government, which is also exclusive to the lower house. Okay? They also act as a house of review. Again, because bills can be initiated in the upper house as well, meaning that the second house that they would go to, if that is successful, is the lower house. So both houses technically have a role as acting as a house of review, both the upper house and the lower house. It just depends on, who's getting the bill second. And if the bill is coming to the lower house after being introduced in the upper house first, then the lower house is acting as a house of review. They have a role in scrutinizing government. This applies both to lower and upper houses. So, of course, other parties that are not the government party will be critiquing policies that the government party is trying to introduce, talking about how they're inadequate or not representative of the people's views, or requesting for some amendments, changes to be made in return for their approval on those bills to allow them to pass through, basically. They can examine bills and issues in committees. So these include the specifically referred to parliamentary committees. So with regards to any bill, a really thorough investigation can be initiated by Parliament into the idea or the concept basically behind a law that they want to propose. These are very expensive and quite time consuming things, but sometimes when the law is really inadequate in an area and it's not very clear how to fix it or what the consequences could be, a parliamentary committee may be initiated to help better understand what could be done and what could be the best laws. And we said representative government is formed in the lower house. So this refers to the fact that there will be regular re-elections every few years, and if the people's views are not being represented by that government party, the government party will likely change because people will be unsatisfied and they will vote for a different party.